Have you ever stopped to think about what your brain is actually made of? It's not just some mysterious gray stuff up there. It's a complex and amazing organ built from the very food you eat every single day. Consider this. Your brain is the command center for your entire body, controlling everything from your heartbeat to your memories of a fun science experiment. To do all that incredible work, it needs the right materials. Just like you can't build a strong house with weak bricks, you can't build a healthy brain without the right nutrients. The connection between your plate and your brain is incredibly powerful and direct. Let's take a closer look inside your head. If we were to gently remove all the water, which by the way makes up a huge part of it, your brain would be mostly made of fat, or what scientists call lipids. These aren't the same fats you might find in a greasy burger. These are special fats that form the very structure of your brain cells. The rest of your brain is a fantastic mix of proteins, amino acids, tiny micronutrients like vitamins and minerals, and glucose, which is a type of sugar that acts as its main fuel. Every single one of these components plays a critical role in how your brain functions, develops, and even manages your mood and energy levels throughout the day. Think of it like a high-tech computer. The fats are like the wiring and hardware, creating the pathways for information to travel. The proteins and amino acids are like the software programs that run specific commands, telling your body what to do and how to feel. The micronutrients are like the maintenance crew, keeping everything clean, protected, and running smoothly. And the glucose from carbohydrates? That's the electricity, providing the constant power needed to keep the whole system online. Without a steady supply of these quality building blocks from our food, our brain's performance can start to slow down, just like a computer with a weak power source. So, the next time you sit down for a meal, remember that you are not just feeding your stomach. You are quite literally feeding your brain. The choices you make on your plate have a direct and lasting impact on your ability to think, learn, remember, and stay focused. Understanding this connection is the first step toward using food to boost your brain power. It's not about complicated diets or weird supplements. It's about giving your command center the high-quality fuel and materials it needs to operate at its absolute best. Science is cool, and so is a well-fed brain. Now, let's talk about fat. For a long time, fat got a bad reputation, but your brain absolutely loves it. The right kind of fat, that is. The most important fats for your brain are called essential fatty acids, specifically omega-3 and omega-6. Your body can't make these on its own, so you have to get them from the food you eat. Why are they so essential? Well, these fats are the primary building blocks for your brain cell membranes. Imagine each of your billions of brain cells is like a tiny, flexible water balloon. The omega fats make up the balloon's skin, keeping it strong and flexible, so that messages can pass easily from one cell to the next. So, where can you find these amazing brain-building fats? Omega-3s are famously found in fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, and sardines. If you're not a fan of fish, you can also get them from plant-based sources like flax seeds, chia seeds, and walnuts. These are like premium fuel for your brain structure. Omega-6 fatty acids are also important and can be found in many nuts and seeds like sunflower seeds and pumpkin seeds, as well as in some vegetable oils. A good balance of both omega-3s and omega-6s helps create and maintain healthy brain cells, which is linked to better memory and even preventing serious brain conditions later in life. On the flip side, there are fats that can be harmful to your brain's health. You've probably heard of trans fats and an excess of saturated fats, which are often found in fried foods, processed snacks, and many baked goods. Think of these as low-quality building materials. If you constantly give your brain these fats, it's like trying to build those cell membranes with cracked, brittle materials. Over time, this can compromise your brain's health, making it harder for those important messages to get through. It can slow down your thinking and may contribute to long-term brain problems. Making smart fat choices is one of the best things you can do for your mind. It doesn't mean you can never have a treat, but it does mean focusing on getting more of the good stuff. Try adding a handful of walnuts to your oatmeal, sprinkling some chia seeds on your yogurt, or having a nice piece of grilled fish for dinner a couple of times a week. By choosing these high-quality fats, you are directly investing in the physical structure of your brain, ensuring your command center stays strong, flexible, and ready for any challenge. Let's move on to another crucial brain food protein, Proteins are made up of smaller units called amino acids. Think of amino acids as individual Lego bricks that you can snap together to build all sorts of amazing things. In your brain, these amino acids are used to create something incredibly important: neurotransmitters. Neurotransmitters are chemical messengers that carry signals between your brain cells. They control almost everything you feel and do, including your mood, your ability to focus, your sleep patterns, and even how alert you feel. It's a fascinating chemical symphony happening inside your head. Different amino acids build different neurotransmitters, which in turn affect your mood in different ways. For example, the amino acid tryptophan, found in foods like turkey, eggs, and cheese, is needed to make serotonin. Serotonin is often called the feel-good chemical because it helps promote feelings of calm, well-being, and happiness. On the other hand, the amino acid tyrosine, found in foods like chicken, beans, and avocados, is a building block for dopamine and norepinephrine. These neurotransmitters are linked to alertness, motivation, and concentration. So, the food you eat can directly influence which messengers your brain produces. Have you ever noticed how a big plate of pasta can sometimes make you feel calm and a little sleepy? That's partly because the carbohydrates in the pasta help tryptophan enter the brain more easily, boosting serotonin production. In contrast, a meal rich in protein, like a piece of grilled chicken or a bean salad, can help you feel more alert and focused because it provides the tyrosine needed to make those energizing neurotransmitters. This is why a varied diet is so important. It gives your brain a balanced toolkit of amino acids to work with, helping to stabilize your mood and attention throughout the day. You can easily use this science in your daily life. If you have a big test or an important meeting where you need to be sharp and attentive, a protein-rich lunch with chicken, fish, or lentils could be a great choice. If you're feeling a bit stressed or anxious in the evening and want to wind down, a meal with some healthy carbohydrates alongside a moderate amount of protein might help you feel more relaxed. By understanding the link between proteins, amino acids, and your mood, you can start to make food choices that help you feel your best, both mentally and emotionally. Your brain is incredibly busy, and all that activity requires a tremendous amount of energy. Even though your brain only makes up about 2% of your body's weight, it uses up to 20% of your total energy resources. And what is its favorite fuel source? Glucose, which is a simple sugar that your body makes from digesting carbohydrates. Your brain is constantly sipping on this glucose to power everything from complex problem-solving to simple automatic functions like breathing. The frontal lobes of your brain, which are responsible for planning and concentration, are especially sensitive to drops in glucose levels. Without enough fuel, your brain just can't perform at its peak. However, not all carbohydrates are created equal. They come in different forms, and how they affect your brain depends on how quickly they are digested. We can group them into high glycemic and low glycemic carbs. High glycemic carbs, like those in white bread, sugary cereals, and candy, are broken down very quickly. This causes a rapid spike in your blood sugar, giving you a quick burst of energy, but it's followed by a sudden crash. That crash can leave you feeling tired, foggy, and unable to concentrate. It's like a flash of lightning instead of a steady, burning flame. On the other hand, low glycemic carbohydrates found in foods like oats, whole grains, beans, and vegetables are digested much more slowly. They release glucose into your bloodstream at a gradual, steady pace. This provides your brain with a reliable and sustained source of energy, helping you maintain focus and attentiveness for a longer period. Think of it as a slow-burning log that provides consistent warmth and light. This steady fuel supply is key to keeping your brain sharp and your mood stable throughout the day. A breakfast of oatmeal, for instance, will power your brain much more effectively than a sugary donut. Finally, let's not forget the tiny but mighty micronutrients: vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. Antioxidants, found in colorful fruits and vegetables like berries, spinach, and carrots, are your brain's personal bodyguards. They fight off harmful molecules called free radicals that can damage brain cells. Vitamins like B6, B12, and folic acid are crucial for protecting your brain from age-related decline, while minerals like iron and zinc are fundamental for sharp cognitive function. Eating a rainbow of fruits and vegetables ensures your brain gets this full spectrum of protection, helping it stay healthy and work well for many, many years to come.